Hey guys, I'm back again with another video. And today what I wanted to discuss with you guys is one of our 6 themes that we've been learning in Honors LA so far. And this theme that I want to go over today is systems. And I came up with a new definition for it so we don't have to keep making up our different definitions every time we get asked. So here's my new definition for it, and hopefully we can stick to this for now on, unless other people have any input about it. So the definition is: systems are sentinel societies and or cultures that captivate emotional beings at birth. They block out anybody that tries to make people realize what's wrong. So what that means is a sentinel society or culture is something that keeps watch over people that it captures. Hence, what I said captivates people at birth. What I wanted to tell you guys is the supporting details of what I've have from the things that we've read and seen so far. So I have 3 groups of people that belong in the list for systems. The people who know what we're talking about, the people that almost understand what we're talking about, and people who are detached and dissociated that don't have any interest in what we're talking about. So I'm gonna name the first group of people who do know what we're talking about. So in that group we have both Neo from The Matrix and we have Kate McAllister from Home Alone. Now I'll go into Kate McAllister first very briefly. Kate McAllister does know what we're talking about, but she only realizes what we're talking about by the end of the story. Because at the beginning of the story, if you had told her everything in your life that you've been doing is very wrong and you have to change that, she would literally say she doesn't know what we're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go back to have a fun vacation talking to my friend across the street. Kate McAllister only realizes what she's done, and that goes into the people that almost understand. So I would say Kate McAllister is the person that almost she goes through the motions in between the movie. First, she's detached, and then she starts to realize what she's doing, and then she really understands what she's doing and then she fixes the problem later on. Because when they get on the plane, she says, "I feel like we forgot something." Play clip.
That we didn't do something.
Now you feel that way because we left in such a hurry. We took care of everything. Believe me, we did.
Did I turn off the coffee?
No, I did.
Did you lock up?
Yeah.
Did you close the garage?
That's it. I forgot to close the garage. That's it.
No, that's not it.
What else could we be forgetting?
Kevin!
So Kate McAllister saying she feels like she forgot something, and Peter McAllister is saying, "I don't think we forgot anything. I mean, I turned off the stove. Oh wait, I didn't shut the garage. I don't think so. I did." That's what he's thinking of. That's why I put Peter McAllister as somebody that is not detached, but also is in the middle of between understanding and not knowing what we're talking about at all. So Peter McAllister is in the middle of those two. He's all kind of on the fence about it. But he also almost starts to understand once he realizes what's going on with Kate McAllister. When she does realize she's still on the plane, she realizes, I've lost Kevin. Where's Kevin? I knew I forgot something. So where is he? He's at home. How can I have forgotten? I'm a terrible mother. And in that same clip, you see, so you've seen that clip where she realizes she's lost him. She's like looking like straight dead into the camera saying,
What kind of mother am I?
and so in that same clip, you actually see Uncle Frank, who is from the beginning to the end of the movie, is all the way detached, is all the way dissociated with everything because all he worries about himself. He doesn't even worry about his own kids because they know what Fuller does every time they go to the house. Fuller goes to drink a can of Pepsi, and he wets the bed.
Go easy on the Pepsi.
So now we've went over the three types of people in the movie. I also want to talk about Neo from the Matrix. Neo, in this clip, Neo is meeting up with Morbius, and before Neo goes into to meet Morbius, Trinity tells him don't lie because he knows everything. Now we're not going to talk about Morbius. We're not going to really talk about Morbius a whole lot in this video because Morbius, as we know, is an example of the Beast. Just like Old Man Marley is an example of the Beast in Home Alone. Morbius gives him an opportunity to either change how he's living right now and see the truth, or keep living his life and not doing anything productive, not productive, but not changing anything in his life. He has the same life, and if he chooses it, he's never going back, and he's never going to have another chance to escape. Okay, so now we're back into the portion of the video where I want to relate this to actual real life. Now, about a rotation ago, before the 4-day rotation for tech, we went over that there a percentage of the class out of 28 people in the entire class. Specifically my class of 28 people, about less than 5% of the class actually knows what we're talking about, and so about 5% of the class is about 14%. So it's not 14%. Sorry, 1.4 people in the class that understand what we're talking about. So out of that 1.4 people in the class that actually understand what we're talking about, relate it to their life, and finally see how do I fix this. For example, there's 5% of the class understands what we're talking about. So in that 5%, that would be Neo or Kate McAllister. Neo would definitely understand if it was in the same movie. Neo would definitely understand, so he'd be at 1, but Kate McAllister would be at 0.4 because she almost understands. In half of the movie, she almost understands what's going on. And so that goes into from Act 1 to Act 2. She almost understands what's going on until she actually finally understands at the end of the movie. So that Kate McAllister will be that 0.4 of a person that will actually almost understand. So today we've gone over one of our cited text in Coraline, and today it actually went like this, or not today, but Tuesday, since tomorrow. Well, technically today is February 12th, but tomorrow we don't have school, and it's gonna be Wednesday by the time we have school next time. So let me actually look it up real quickly. Hold on. So I found it right here. It was a little more than a shadow, and it scuttled down the darkened hall fast, like a patch of night. She hoped it wasn't a spider. Spiders made Coraline intensely uncomfortable. So what we went over in class on Tuesday about that piece of cited text was that Coraline, even though a spider as small as what sorry, okay, let me start again. In that text, that we read, it sounds like what we went over is that even though a spider probably smaller than this Noxzema cap right here that I just have here, that could probably not even hurt Coraline if it's smaller than that. Coraline is afraid of it, that it could hurt her. Now, we went over that Coraline probably has anxiety, or even though it's a little spider that she could probably kill, she's still afraid of it. Now, we think that if she's not afraid of spider, that may be underlying issues, and those underlying issues started at birth, is what we said. So when we go back to, it says, the definition says, since our systems are sentinel societies and or cultures that captivate emotional beings at birth, emotional beings being humans. So, what that means is that relates to the cited piece of text that we read, meaning that even though Coraline it could be afraid of the spider, she's not actually afraid of the spider. Is something that was drilled into her at birth, saying, "Oh, spiders are bad. Spiders are poisonous, or spiders are creepy crawly and are very scary." Even though you could probably kill one, you know what I mean? It's like me. I thought frogs had teeth. That's what that part of the definition means. That we are afraid of like conquering our fears because the society and the cultures in our society have drilled into us that we should be afraid and to stay away from those type of things. Now, if we face our fears, then we realize, wait a minute, they're lying to us. Why should I be afraid of a little spider if it's not going to hurt me and I can kill it easily? So that's banned in society, and you could, in real life, you could get kind of canceled in society. Now, in today's day and age, it's very common for people to get so-called canceled for saying things on social media, for saying things in real life, or something like that. Now, there are stupid reasons why some people get canceled. Now, for example, like I said, there are stupid reasons for people to get canceled. We call this cancel culture. That's a coincidence. Well, not really a coincidence because that's what we're focusing on, society and cultures. Now, cancel culture is a type of societal, what I'm going to say, a societal norm that people use to disagree, to stop things that they disagree with. Now, I'm going to give one. That's a little bit too controversial. Actually, there are things that I probably can't really talk about in this video that will probably not get me canceled, but people will have a certain opinion on and they will disagree on it. Now, for example, the LGBTQ community. I probably can't talk about that in this video, and I really wasn't going to, but I'm saying that as an example. For people will probably get triggered, what they call getting triggered, and probably cancel me or stop me from saying something to basically silence me. So that's what systems do, and that's what systems do. They are aware systems and they're aware societies and cultures that pay attention to what people do. And when they pay attention to what people do and they do not like it, they try to silence them. I can actually give one example. One example that I personally found stupid. Aunt Jemima syrup. But I was very disappointed because it was a part of my life. You know what I mean? This is an example of cancel culture. Aunt Jemima got canceled in June of 2023, and when I found out, it was probably like, I think it was like August. I found out, and I actually really couldn't believe it. I'm like, how could they cancel Aunt Jemima? And then they put Pearl Milling Company, which doesn't really have a ring to it, and it doesn't sound good at all. And so yeah, I was actually kind of sad about that. But the reason that they did that is because they found it so-called racist. And okay, it may have a black woman that represented a slave back in the day, but who cared about that? Nobody cared about that for how many years Aunt Jemima was a thing. And I didn't care either. I don't think really anybody else cared. But that's what it's like living in a system. You live in a system that doesn't agree with what you agree with. And then once you speak your opinion about it, you also get canceled. Why? Because I had a different opinion than yours. I want to end it there. I want to thank you guys for watching, hopefully, this short video after I edit 35 minutes of it. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you hopefully in the next video when I make another theme. Goodbye.